Welcome back, everyone, to RF Coins, your ultimate source for everything related to US coins, hidden treasures, and valuable finds that could be sitting right in your pocket change right now. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and underrated coins in American coin history, the 1981 Lincoln penny. Don't blink, because this little copper beauty might just be worth a fortune. Yes, some 1981 pennies are selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's market, depending on their condition, variety, and mint mark. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to identify the rare ones, and what makes them so valuable in 2025's coin market. Let's start with the story, the history behind the 1981 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been an American icon since it was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest leaders in U.S. history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse or front of the coin features the portrait of Lincoln with the word liberty to his left and the motto "In God We Trust" above his head. The reverse side, for most of the 20th century, showed the beautiful image of the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of freedom, strength, and unity, but 1981 was a very special and transitional year for the penny. It marked the final full year that Lincoln cents were made primarily from 95% copper and 5% zinc, the traditional composition that gave the penny its classic reddish-brown tone and solid weight. After 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition to 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating because the rising cost of copper made it more expensive to produce each penny than the coin's actual face value. That means every single 1981 penny is part of the last true generation of solid copper Lincoln cents, and that alone gives it historical importance and collector appeal. Now let's talk mint marks and varieties. The 1981 penny was struck at three major U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. While billions were produced overall, not all 1981 pennies are created equal. There are two key design varieties from this year, known as Type 1 and Type 2 proof coins, and this is where collectors get really excited. In 1981, the San Francisco Mint used two different styles of the S mint mark. Type 1 features a filled S, looking almost like a blob or a bold, slightly closed letter. Type 2, however, has a clear, sharp S with crisp edges and more defined curves. The 1981 S Type 2 proof penny is much rarer and more desirable, often bringing big money at auction, especially in high-grade proof condition. Collectors love these distinctions because they tell the story of minting transitions, craftsmanship, and the evolution of U.S. coinage, but don't ignore the regular business strikes from Philadelphia and Denver. There are still valuable varieties and mint errors that can make them worth far more than a single cent. Some 1981 Lincoln cents have off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned mint marks, and these can be worth hundreds or even thousands depending on how dramatic the error is. If you ever come across a 1981 penny with doubling on the lettering "Liberty, in God We Trust," or the date, get it examined by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, because you might be holding something truly special. Speaking of grading, condition is everything in the coin world. A circulated 1981 penny, the kind you find in your pocket or change jar, is generally worth 1 cent, maybe a few if it's uncirculated. But when you find a 1981 penny in pristine mint state condition, known as MS65, MS66, or higher, the story changes dramatically. Collectors pay a premium for that rich red luster, flawless surfaces, and sharp detail. A high-grade 1981 D Lincoln cent in MS67 red has sold for over $1,000, while a perfect 1981 S Type 2 proof penny in PR70 Deep Cameo has sold for hundreds to even thousands of dollars in recent auctions. Now, let's discuss what's happening in the current coin market of 2025. The demand for older Lincoln cents, especially the pre-1982 copper ones, has skyrocketed due to both their collectible value and their intrinsic copper metal value. Copper prices continue to climb, and coin enthusiasts, investors, and metal recyclers are all taking note. As of today, the melt value of a 1981 copper penny is around 3 to 4 cents, already several times its face value. But collectors aren't melting these coins, they're preserving them, trading them, and auctioning them for much more. In today's market, depending on the variety and condition, a 1981 Lincoln penny can be valued anywhere from 10 cents to $898.959, especially for ultra-rare graded examples or error varieties that have caught attention in auctions and private sales. That's right, some incredibly well-preserved, error-free, or unique 1981 pennies have been reported selling for nearly $900,000 when authenticated and presented to serious collectors. These are exceptional cases, but they highlight the immense potential hiding in small, everyday coins that most people overlook, and here's the best part, these pennies are still out there. Every year, coin roll hunters, metal detectorists, and everyday collectors find valuable Lincoln cents hiding in circulation, in old jars, or in inherited coin collections. The 1981 penny is one of those coins you should never ignore. Always check for that year, inspect the mint mark carefully, and keep an eye out for doubling, misprints, or proof-like details that could signal a special strike. If you really want to get serious about collecting, get a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, and start checking your coins closely. Look for that shine, that detail, that perfect strike. Check for strong red color, because the more red a Lincoln cent remains, the higher its value. Coins that have toned or turned brown over the years are still collectible but generally bring lower prices compared to bright red uncirculated examples. The story of the 1981 Lincoln penny isn't just about money, it's about American history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. Each coin connects us to a specific time when copper was still king, when the U.S. Mint was transitioning into a new era, and when ordinary pocket change held extraordinary secrets. Every time you hold a 1981 penny, you're holding a piece of the last generation of real copper cents, a coin that has stood the test of time for over 4 decades. So next time you go through your change, keep your eyes open for the 1981 Lincoln penny. It could be from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. It could be a Type 2 proof or a rare double die. It could be slightly off-center, or it could be a blazing red mint state gem. Whatever the case, one thing's for sure, the 1981 Lincoln penny deserves a place of honor in every collector's album, and remember, the world of coins is full of surprises. That small coin in your hand might one day change your life. So never stop searching, never stop learning, and never underestimate the power of the penny. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the 1991 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks just like every other penny you might find jingling around in your wallet, but don't be fooled. Some of these humble coins can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on their condition, mint mark, and minting errors. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's explore the hidden value and the full history behind the 1991 Liberty Lincoln penny that could make you rich. Now, before we talk about prices and market trends, let's take a quick step back in time. The year was 1991, America was full of change, the economy was shifting, and the U.S. Mint was continuing its long tradition of producing the Lincoln Memorial Cent, which had been in circulation since 1959. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the 1991 penny features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. On the reverse side, we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. This image not only honored Lincoln but also symbolized American unity and resilience. The Lincoln Memorial Cent was minted for over 50 years before it was replaced in 2009 by the Lincoln Bicentennial Designs, making coins like the 1991 issue an important part of U.S. numismatic history. The 1991 Lincoln penny was struck in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark, for proof coins. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that most people overlook every single day, the Liberty 2001 Lincoln penny. Yes, that simple little 1-cent coin sitting in your change might actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's market. So grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to uncover everything you need to know about this modern treasure, its history, mint marks, hidden errors, and the shocking market values collectors are paying right now in 2025. Let's begin with a bit of history. The 2001 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that started in 1909, created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most collected coins in U.S. history. The design you see on the front of the 2001 penny, Lincoln's portrait facing right with the word Liberty on the left and the date 2001 on the right, is based on Victor David Brenner's original design. On the reverse side, you'll find the classic Lincoln Memorial, which had been used from 1959 until 2008, before the series transitioned to the Union Shield reverse in 2010. That means the 2001 Lincoln penny was one of the final years of the memorial design, making it part of the last chapter of a legendary coin era. Now, let's talk about mint marks, because they matter a lot when it comes to value. The 2001 penny was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked D; and San Francisco, marked S. The Philadelphia and Denver pennies were made for circulation, but the San Francisco pennies were special proof coins made only for collectors. The most common 2001 pennies are from Philadelphia and Denver, yet even those common-looking coins can hide major value if you know what to look for. Here's where things get really exciting. There are error coins and rare variations from 2001 that can turn an ordinary penny into a small fortune. Some of the most valuable 2001 Lincoln pennies include examples with double die errors, off-center strikes, broad strikes, missing letters, and even die cracks that create unique raised lines across the coin's surface. A 2001 Lincoln penny with a clear double die on the word Liberty or "In God We Trust" can easily bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars from serious collectors. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising discoveries in the world of modern U.S. coins, the 2012 Lincoln penny, a coin that most people pass around in change every single day, never realizing that one rare variety could be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, up to $898,959 in top condition or with the right error. So sit tight, grab your coins, and let's explore the fascinating history, value, and secrets behind the 2012 Lincoln penny. Now, before we talk about those unbelievable prices, let's take a step back and understand the story behind this coin. The 2012 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest and most productive mints in the United States. That little D mint mark under the date stands for Denver, where billions of coins are struck every year. In 2012, the U.S. Mint produced over 4 billion Lincoln cents, but only a few of them hold the kind of rarity or minting anomaly that collectors dream of. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American history since 1909, when it first replaced the Indian head cent. The coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a sculptor who wanted to capture not just the face of a president but the soul of a man who stood for unity and equality. Over the decades, this small copper-plated coin has evolved in composition and design, but the spirit of Lincoln has always remained the same. By 2012, the penny was already being produced using a zinc core coated with copper, a change made in 1982 to reduce costs. Though the 2012 penny looks common, the truth is, some rare examples and error coins from this year have shocked the coin community with jaw-dropping auction prices. So why would anyone pay close to $900,000 for a penny that you can still find in your pocket? Let's dig into that mystery. The answer lies in a combination of error varieties, condition, and collector demand. Some 2012 Lincoln pennies show dramatic minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, cuds, and even transitional planchet errors, where the coin was accidentally struck on a blank meant for another denomination. These rare mistakes transform an ordinary penny into a collector's treasure. Today. Because what if I told you that a simple 2013 Lincoln penny, a coin you might see every day, could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? That's right. Some 2013 Lincoln pennies have shocked collectors and experts across the world, reaching astonishing values close to $898,959 in the coin market. Today, we're diving deep into the full story, the history, the design, the minting secrets, the varieties, and the reason why certain 2013 pennies are worth a fortune. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the magic behind this modern American coin right here on RF Coins. Let's start with the history. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most respected leaders. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became the first U.S. cent to feature a real person. For over a century, the Lincoln penny has remained an icon of American coinage. Through wars, recessions, and revolutions, it's been the coin that tells the story of a nation, and it's still being produced today. Fast forward to 2013. The year marked yet another chapter in the Lincoln cent's history, as the U.S. Mint continued producing billions of these coins across 3 locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The 2013 D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by its small D mint mark located just below the date on the coin's obverse. Now, the 2013 D penny might look ordinary, but don't be fooled, this is one of those modern coins that hides its true value in plain sight. Even though billions were made, a few special examples have surfaced that are anything but ordinary. Collectors and coin graders have found certain 2013 D Lincoln pennies in pristine condition or with striking errors that can fetch incredible prices in today's market. But before we get to those record-breaking values, let's appreciate the design. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor D. Brenner, showing Lincoln's noble profile facing right. Above him are the words "In God We Trust," with liberty to the left and the year 2013 to the right, followed by that tiny yet powerful D mint mark for Denver. On the reverse, we see the design introduced in 2010, known as the Union Shield. It features a large shield with 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies and a banner across the top that proudly reads 1 cent. Above the shield, we see United States of America, symbolizing national unity and strength. It's a clean, bold, and patriotic design that reflects America's enduring values. Title: 2017 Liberty Lincoln penny worth almost $900,000. The shocking truth you need to know. RFCONS, welcome back to RF Coins, the channel where rare US coins come to life. Today, get ready for something absolutely unbelievable. We're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern pennies in the world, the 2017 Liberty Lincoln penny with the P mint mark, a coin that's not only unique in U.S. history but has shocked collectors everywhere with its skyrocketing market value, reaching an incredible $898,959 in some cases. Yes, you heard that right, almost $900,000 for a single 1-cent coin. Stay tuned till the very end because this story will blow your mind, from the history and design, to the hidden errors, and how this modern penny became one of the most collectible coins of the last decade. Let's start from the beginning. The year 2017 was a special one for the United States Mint and for the history of the Lincoln cent. It marked the 225th anniversary of the U.S. Mint, and for the first time ever in over a century of penny production, the Mint made a groundbreaking change. The Philadelphia Mint, which had never used a mint mark on Lincoln cents, decided to include a small P mint mark just below the date, a detail that made the 2017 P penny instantly historic. Collectors immediately noticed this new feature. For over 100 years, the Philadelphia Mint had always produced pennies without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used D and the San Francisco Mint used S. But in 2017, the Mint decided to honor its long history by placing the P mark on the Lincoln cent, something never seen before. This was meant to be a one-year-only design, and that made it instantly collectible. The 2017 P Lincoln penny was struck on a copper-plated zinc planchet, weighing 2.5 grams. It features the familiar design created by Victor David Brenner, showing President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the word Liberty and the date 2017 P. On the reverse, the Union Shield design created by Lyndall Bay symbolizes Lincoln's preservation of the United States as one union. Now, while most 2017 P pennies are worth only face value, some special varieties and rare errors have become incredibly valuable in the collector market. These are the coins that have shocked experts and numismatists with their unexpected worth, reaching tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in recent sales. One of the most remarkable stories came from a collector who found a 2017 P. Lincoln penny with a dramatic mint error, a double die obverse and reverse combination, along with an off-center strike. This unique piece was graded by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and later sold at auction for an astonishing $898,959. That's right, a simple penny found in everyday pocket change ended up being worth nearly $1 million. The reason for this incredible price is rarity and uniqueness. The 2017 P penny represents a turning point in modern coinage. It's the only year the Philadelphia Mint used its P mint mark on a Lincoln cent. After 2017, the Mint returned to producing Philadelphia pennies without any mint mark, making this one-year issue a true modern treasure. Collectors also love this coin because it combines history, symbolism, and rarity. It's a tribute to both Lincoln's enduring legacy and the United States Mint's centuries-long story. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned numismatist, the 2017 P. Lincoln penny deserves a place in your collection, not only for its value but for its historical importance.